Hey there, Papa's Posse. Don't forget about that QR code. Take you to my eBay, YouTube, and Instagram page. Well, welcome back to the channel there, Papa's Posse. Once again, it's time for Papa's Comic Books, Coffee, and more. Welcome back to the channel, Papa's Posse. You know it's time for Papa's Comic Books, Coffee, and more. Today we have Secret Origins, Shazam. Number 3, 75 cents, back in 1986. Story by Roy Thomas and Jerry Brigham. Now don't forget before we begin that this book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Let's see what's happening with Shazam. Secret Origins, Captain Marvel. Fawcett City in late 1939. It's one of the really big ones. Right up there with the Gotham City metropolis and, of course, New York, New York. If you can make it in Fawcett City, you can make it anywhere. And if you can't, well, welcome to the club. It's got plenty of members. Wuck Street, Nuck Street, read all about it. Papers every day, get your extra edition right here. Russia invades Finland, read all about it. Wucks, paper mister? Why aren't you home in bed, son? I don't have a home, sir. I sleep in the subway station. It's warm there, and follow me. Where are we going? You'll see. You're wasting your time, mister. This station's closed. Mister, see? This old gate is as far as you can go. Well, maybe you got the gate open, but there's still no train going to come through here tonight. We better... Huh? What's that sound? I don't know. Rumble. What kind of subway train is that? It's so big, the light's like a dragon eyes, funny designs all over it, and, why, there's not even a window for the driver to see out of. Everything has been arranged. Boy, it must have been soon as we sat down it started up again. We must be doing 60 at least. End of the line, huh? That's for sure. This place looks more like the pictures of the Carlsbad Caverns than the real subway station. More, follow me, huh? Sure, why not? Holy moly. When it comes to displays, the place got the World's Fair beat, hands down. But who's that old man ahead? Mister, I asked. He's gone. That stone block over your head, sir. Welcome, Billy Batson. Hi, but about that block, huh? How'd you know my name? I know everything. I am Shazam. Dark clouds, thunder, you've got whole bag of tricks, mister. Hey, where'd the writing come from? Isn't that your name spelled out there? Kinda catty corner? Shazam. Yes, yonder inscription tells the source of my name, and it appeared because I willed it to do so. Parlor magic, huh? Say, are you famous or anything? Listen to me, son. For 3,000 years I have used the wisdom, strength, and stamina, power, courage, and speed, which the old ones have given me, to battle the forces of evil, which every day threaten to extinguish man from the face of the earth. Did you say 3,000 years? Yes, and during that time I have seen everything, known everything that happened throughout the world, from the highest to the lowest. Huh? How'd you do that? By means of the historama. Wow, who's that? It's like a home movie, or one of those new fashion television sets, isn't it, mister? In part by means of it, Billy, I have watched you since the moment you were born. You mean that's me? Oh, on the screen, I saw your parents die, leaving you in the care of an uncle, and beheld that vile man drive you from his house soon after, to make your own way in the world. I know he got rid of you in order to gain possessions of the money and bonds your father willed to you. Yeah, I guess that's the way it was. All right, but mister, don't you see that granite block over your head? It's got to weigh tons, and there's nothing holding it up but that frayed thread. All my life I have fought injustice and cruelty, but I am old now. My time is almost up. You shall be my successor, Billy Batson. Speak my name. Name? What was it? Oh, yeah, Shazam! Ba-boom! This is weird. I feel really different somehow. Holy moly, all of a sudden I'm bigger, grown up. I'm not Billy Batson anymore. Then who am I? You are Captain Marvel. I salute you henceforth. It shall be your sacred duty to defend the poor and helpless, right wrongs, and crush evil everywhere you find it. Yes, sir. But that block, it's still up there, and that thread's getting thinner all the time. All you've got to do to avoid it is move. Alas, one cannot evade one's destiny. That's easily, my son. And now I must go. Captain Marvel, speak my name. Shazam! Boom, kaboom, and it falls. Oh no, subway. The block. Watch out, mister. How'd I get back on the street again? Just like that. And I'm not that Captain Marvel guy anymore either. If I ever was, sure it will all a dream had to be. Still, just be on the safe side. I better retrace my steps. That old guy might be hurt, even dying down there. I gotta. Locked. Nobody's come through this gate tonight, and that includes me. But definitely, yeah, it was a dream, all right. Kind of nice dream in a lot of ways, but still, just a dream. And he goes to sleep. Rise and shine, kid. Is it morning already? Boy, what a dream I had last night. Old wizard's magic lighting, I'll have to try and straighten it all out of my head. But right now, it looks like the rest of the world's got other things on its mind. Phantom scientist. Work Street, read all about it. Mad scientist demands $5 million or he'll interfere with all radio broadcasts. Work Street. Think they'll pay, Billy? Gee, Mr. Binder, I don't know. Doesn't seem to me like you can bargain with crooks, but give me a paper, kid. Want to read about the boss, huh? Shut up, loudmouth. Come on, we've got to get back to the penthouse. Go on, Sonny, beat it. You can't peddle your papers in here. I tell you, I've got to see Mr. Morris. He's the head radio station whiz, isn't he? Indeed he is, but he's a very busy man and he hasn't got time for little boys like you. But I've got to see him. It's important. I'm sure it is. Now, please be on your way, or I'll have to have you thrown out, and I wouldn't like. Hey, you stop. Sorry, but there's something I've just got to tell him. Are you trying to cost me a job, kid? Mr. Morris? Yes, what is it, son? Well, I speak up to boy Hammond. Here may be a bit overzealous in shielding me from visitors, but he's basically correct. I am a very busy man, so you've got 15 seconds to tell me why it's so urgent to see me. I got something to tell you, Mr. Morris. Something about that phantom scientist. What could you possibly have to tell me about? I'm sorry, but I can only tell you in private. Shall I? It's all right, Hammond. You may go. Huh. Well, son, what is it? You see, sir, it was this way. The Sky Tower Apartments? Up to that point, son, I'll admit I thought you just might be onto something. But the Sky Tower Apartments, why don't you tell me he lives in the City Hall or in the Capitol Dome in Washington, D.C.? This is a serious matter, boy, and I'm in no mood for joking about it. You'd better run along before I lose my temper. Okay, I'll scram. But if I find the lab of this phantom scientist, will you give me a job as a radio announcer? I've always dreamed. A job? I'd give you the station if you could find that madman. Now, get out. I can't spend my more time listening to you, such nonsense. Hammond! A whole day of thinking and I haven't come up with any answers. How am I going to get into that apartment house without being seen? Wait a minute, that office building next to it. It's still not as high as Sky Tower Apartments, but maybe. No go, even from the observation tower, that penthouse is still a few floors too high for me to see into it. Gosh, That dream I had, if only it'd been true. That Captain Marvel guy turned into, could have been, got into that building, I'll bet. I wouldn't have to try sneaking past any old doorman either. All I'd have to do is open my mouth and yell, Shazam! Kaboom! Oh look! Holy cow! Holy moly! Either that dream was a serial and this is the chapter 2, or else maybe I wasn't dreaming after all. I'm me, Billy Batson. Somehow, not either. I feel a lot smarter for one thing, like regular Solomon. Smart enough to figure out the trajectory to that ledge of the Sky Tower building. Not to mention knowing what trajectory means. If I didn't have the courage of Achilles like the old guy said, I wouldn't dare wake up, make this jump. And if I didn't have the speed and all of Mercury, they'd be scraping me up off the rich street right now. This isn't quite the penthouse floor, though. Is somebody out there? Uh-oh, hadn't figured on this. A guy in long red underwear? What kind of neighborhood have I moved into anyway? Went so high I nearly cleared the whole building. This Mercury stuff is tricky, but at least I managed to come down right by the penthouse. Yeah, this is it. There's the two guys I followed back here. I don't see any lab or anything, though. Wouldn't this phantom scientist have to have one if he's going to black out all the radio waves? Well, looks like it's about that time. Yeah, let's get the show on the road. Keep your shirt on, Shorty. The boss said he was giving the government till midnight, and they got 5 whole minutes yet. Yeah, I know. You got to give this newfangled television set of the boss several minutes to warm up. Television each. That hunk of classy wires ain't never going to replace good old radio, if you ask me. Which, of course, nobody did, so shut up. Besides, television can't replace radio because the boss silencer works on it, just like it does on radio. If everybody doesn't play ball with the boss, they're going to have to go back to writing letters. And if I know him, he's got an angle on the post office too. Anyway, there he is. So no more of this boss stuff. Mr. Savannah, we're here just like you ordered. Huh. Now look, Mr. Savannah, you fools. I didn't mean you though if the shoe fits. Those radio fools wouldn't pay what I demanded, so at precisely midnight we will drive every radio station from the air. Forever. We're ready, Mr. Savannah. Too bad you didn't want to risk being here in person. But soon as you give the command to throw the switch, everybody in the country is going to have to go back to playing records. Just 3 seconds left. 2, 1. No! Who the hell? My name is Captain Marvel, and yours is Mud. Did I really do that? That hood felt like a feather. So much for Mr. Savannah's radio silencer anyway. Oh no, the other guy's got a gun. No way I can reach him before. Suck on this, fancy pants. Holy moly, the bullets are bouncing right off of my chest. They're not even tearing my shirt. This must be what Shazam meant when he talked about me having the power of Zeus. He couldn't be hurt either. Cripes, that long red underwear must be bulletproof. But this'll... You caught it, but... Oh, that fella... This is great. It didn't even sting my hand. Should be the least of your worries. I ought to be able to... Yeah, this is fun. You ain't human. I'm getting out of here. Heading for the elevator. I could have got there before him easy, but if he thinks he's going anywhere... Uh-oh. He's got another thing coming. Phew, that was close. Yipe. This is great. The strength of Hercules to stop an express elevator, and the stamina of Atlas so I feel I could hold it up all night. But I don't know how long this Captain Marvel business will last, so I better. You're gonna hit me. You're gonna hit me now, ain't you? Just a little. Good thing I seem to know just how much to pull my punches, or they'd be scooping this guy with a shovel. Well, Phantom Scientist, or should I call you Savannah? Dr. Savannah, to you, you big red cheese. Sticks and stones, fella, sticks and stones. What are you, some kind of overgrown infant? I'm Captain Marvel, and obviously I'm old enough to have put an end to your so-called radio silencer. But not an end to me. We will meet again, Captain Marvel. Yes, I guess we probably will. And when we do, you'll wind up behind prison bars. Or dead. Huh. Did I really say that? Yeah, I guess I did. Captain Marvel anyway, not Billy Batson. This whole thing sure is confusing. I just hope it can turn back into Billy again when I say Shazam! Boom! Yahoo, it worked! Mr. Morris, this is Billy Batson. Yeah, the kid from the afternoon, right? Can you come right over to the Sky Tower Apartments penthouse? I found the Phantom Scientist lab. Yes, I know, I better not be kidding. And that's all that's left of the radio silencer. Amazing, but where does Captain Marvel, you say, did this, even captured this Dr. Savannah's gang? He prefers to remain anonymous for the present. He says it'll be easier for him to capture Savannah that way. By the way, Mr. Morris, how about that job you promised me? You want a job in our mailroom? I think that can be. Pardon me, sir, but you promised you'd make me an announcer on the station whiz. I did. Oh, yes, I guess I did at that. Well, why not? With all the publicity we'll get from you and me calling the police, I can build you into the full-fledged radio reporter. Billy Batson, radio reporter, boy, oh boy. Here's where we go to town. Me and you and who else, son? Captain Marvel? I meant just me and the microphone, sir. Just me and Mike. Forgive me for saying so, Billy, but why do I think you know more about this mysterious Captain Marvel than you let on? Not really very much, Mr. Morris. No, not much at all. But believe me, I'm going to learn if it takes me a lifetime. Fawcett City, if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. Maybe all you need is one magic word, which will be Shazam! That was Shazam, Secret Origins, number 3, 75 cents, back in 1986. Hope you enjoyed that quick little reading. And don't forget, this book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, okay? And as Papa and Shazam always say,
that was easy.
Until next time, Papa is out.